Hi friends, in this video we're going to talk about how to customize Keycloak's appearance with themes. The whole content of this video would be present in this blog post. So please be sure to check out the link of this blog post in the description. So let's see what we are going to achieve. I've already installed Keycloak and this is my Keycloak folder. Let's try to run Keycloak now. I opened a command prompt in this Keycloak folder and let's try to run Keycloak using bin kc.bat space start dev. Now the Keycloak server is running and it's running in HTTP over port 8080. So let's try to open Keycloak in browser. So I'm going to go to localhost port 8080 and I got the Keycloak's admin UI. Now we're going to customize the look of this Keycloak. Suppose you want to use Keycloak for some meaningful application or you want to use Keycloak in your organization. You might want to change the background image or the name, or you might want to replace the Keycloak name with your organization name. You want to change the color scheme, etc. So we are going to use Keycloak themes to achieve this. So let's see a preview of what we are going to achieve. So let's log into Keycloak as an admin. So I got my admin UI and in the realm settings, I'm going to go to the themes and I've already created a theme called Acme and let's try to use that theme for the login screen. So you can customize the look based on 4 theme types, which is the login theme, account theme, admin theme, and email theme. The login screen can be customized using the login theme. So instead of the default Keycloak theme, I've already created a theme called Acme, which I'm going to show you how we have developed. But in the meantime, let's try to select the login theme as Acme and save this. And let's try to open an incognito tab. And if I go to localhost 8080, you can see the login screen of Keycloak has changed. I've changed the logo with my company's name and I've changed the login dialog from sign in to continue to let us go. And I've changed the color scheme also. So this is what we are going to achieve using Keycloak themes. Alright, we have seen the demo of login theme. Let's try to see the demo of admin theme. We are using an admin portal to manage Keycloak. By default, the admin theme in Keycloak is keycloak.v2. We have also added support for admin theme in Acme. So I'm going to select the Acme, which is the theme I have created, and let's try to save this. And if I reload this page, you can see I have changed the logo, I have changed the color scheme, I have also changed the accent colors, and even I have changed the favicon here. In the same way, let's try to open an account screen. Let's click on our username, click on manage account in a new tab. This is how the account management UI looks in Keycloak. Now let's try to change the account theme from Keycloak version 3, which is the default Keycloak theme used in the account management screens. We will change that to Acme theme and save this. And let's try to reload our account theme. And here in our account management also, we have used our custom Acme theme. I have replaced the logo, I have replaced the color scheme, I have replaced the button accent colors, and I have even replaced the favicon. And if you want to revert back everything to normal, just select the login theme as Keycloak, account theme as Keycloak version 3, and admin theme as Keycloak version 2. And if you save this and reload this page, you will see the normal Keycloak look. So this is how you can use themes to customize the look and feel of Keycloak. There is also an email theme where you can customize the look of the emails being sent by Keycloak. We will cover this in later sessions, but in this video we're going to cover about login theme, account theme, and admin theme. Now let's see how we can implement this. You see the login, account, and admin theme are called theme types of a theme. So I will create a new theme called Acme and I will implement these 3 theme types so that I can use them in my Keycloak. Now let's try to create a theme. So to create themes, in the Keycloak folder, go to the folder themes and here you can create your own theme. So you need to create a folder by the theme name. So this is my folder Acme, and inside the theme folder, you need to implement each theme type which you want to override. So I wanted to override all the 3 theme types, which is login theme, admin theme, and account theme. So I have created folder for each theme type. So to override login theme, you need to create a folder called login. To override the admin theme, you need to create a folder called admin, and to override the account theme, you need to create a folder called account. Alright, we have created the required folders to create a theme. Before creating the theme, let us understand how we are creating the themes. There is a concept of base theme and child theme in Keycloak. That means you can choose a parent theme and extend it instead of creating the whole theme from scratch. In fact, the default Keycloak theme is actually derived from the base theme. So if you don't want to customize the Keycloak theme and you want to define everything from scratch, you can use the base theme because the base theme literally doesn't have any look and feel and it looks like plain HTML. Let's try to select the base theme, save, and let's go to an incognito tab. And if I go to this incognito tab, you can see there is nothing but just HTML markup and you can do whatever with this base theme to create your own customization. But obviously it's going to be difficult because you need to do everything from scratch. So generally it's better to take the Keycloak theme and make changes on top of it so that you can easily customize your Keycloak themes. Alright, now we understood that we don't need to implement Keycloak theme from scratch. You can take the default Keycloak theme and just make changes on top of it so that you can create your own custom theme. Let's try to implement the login theme first. So in the Acme theme, there is a folder called login, which is a theme type, and inside the folder, first you need to create a file called theme.properties. Let's try to open this file with VS Code. You can even open it with Notepad. I'm opening it with VS Code because you can have syntax highlighting, which makes working with the files very easy. So theme.properties file is actually used to define the theme. So we have said that we are going to extend the base theme or the Keycloak theme, right? So that's why we have declared parent equal to Keycloak, and the import keyword is used to reuse the resources of the parent theme. We're going to talk about this in a minute. And the styles is basically the CSS files which will be used in the theme. One important thing you need to know about the styles is you just can't write the child theme CSS files. You need to write the parent theme CSS files also. For example, in this Acme theme, we have only defined the styles.css file. The login.css file is actually in the parent theme, but you need to declare all the CSS files even if they are in the parent, and the order of the CSS files matters because the properties of the right CSS file will override the properties of the left CSS file. Alright, now it seems a bit confusing. Where is this common folder? Where is the CSS folder? Where I'm going to write this? Before that, let's try to see where the Keycloak parent theme is in the Keycloak folder. I've told here Keycloak, right? So where can I find the parent theme files so that I can get inspiration and just change those theme files to create a new theme? Well, the theme files are present in a jar file. The path would be something like this. Go to the Keycloak folder, go to the lib, inside that go to the lib, and inside that go to the main, and here search for org Keycloak themes jar file, something like that. So I'm gonna scroll down, go to org, and here org.keycloak themes. So this is the jar file, and you can unpack and see the files of this jar file. The theme would be present in this jar file actually. So how to see this jar file contents? By default you can't see it in Windows, so you can use tools like 7-zip or WinRAR to see the jar file contents. I've already installed 7-zip in my computer, so I'm going to open 7-zip, and here I'm going to copy this file path and paste it here. And now let's try to find the same jar file. I'm going to sort this by name, and here you got the Keycloak themes jar or Keycloak themes. Let's try to open this. Since it's a 7-zip viewer, it unpacks and shows the file contents. So inside the theme, I got base, Keycloak, and Keycloak v2. So here are the theme files which are being actually used in the Keycloak. So for login theme, I'm gonna overwrite the Keycloak theme, right? So I found the Keycloak theme in the jar file. Let's try to open this Keycloak theme, and here you got the login theme type because it's also implemented just like our theme. We're going to talk about the login theme, and these are the theme.properties of the login theme. And you can see the Keycloak theme is actually inherited from the base theme. So here we are talking about import equal to common Keycloak, which would be the common resources used by the child theme also from the parent theme, right? So the common/Keycloak folder can be found in the Keycloak theme, and here you got the common folder, and here are the resources which would be used by the child theme also. So here in the resources you got assets like the images, and there are a lot of other files which are being used by the Keycloak theme. We are talking about styles, right? If you go to the theme.properties of the login theme, the styles being used is css/login.css, and you need to use that in your Keycloak theme also. So that's why we have written css/login.css. And where did this file come from actually? While declaring the styles and scripts, you have to see the resources folder. And here in the Keycloak theme, in the login folder, there is a resources folder, and you got the CSS, and here is the login.css file which is being mentioned in the base theme, and we're going to use the same CSS file in our login theme also. And on top of it, we're going to make changes. So in our Acme theme also, we're going to create a folder called resources, and here in the CSS folder I'm going to create a file called styles.css, and I'm going to overwrite the CSS of the base theme here. So that's it. This is how I've declared a login theme, and you can even add script files here, which is JavaScript files. That means you want to have some additional front-end functionality, you can do that. But currently we're just changing the style. Now the first thing I want to change here is I want to change the background of this. If you right click on this background, you can see open image in new tab, and this is the background image being used. You can see inside the login theme type of the Keycloak theme, there is a folder called image and there is a file called keycloakbg.png, and if I overwrite this file in my child theme, I can achieve the customization. So in the resources img, the path required was keycloakbg.png. I've created an image called keycloakbg.png, and literally it's just a blank image which is a white background. And now in the child theme, you don't need to do anything. This image is being overwritten and the background would be white. It's that simple to customize a theme. And one more thing, I want to change this favicon to show my company logo instead of a Keycloak logo. So how am I going to do that? Let's try to right click here and view the page source. And here in the head tag, I've seen link relation equal to icon, and I've got favicon.ico, and it's present in the Keycloak theme login theme type image favicon.ico file. So inside the Keycloak theme, in the login theme type, in the resources folder, let's try to see the image folder. I am not able to see favicon.ico. That means it would have present in the common folder. Let's try to go up and go to the common folder, resources, img. I've seen the favicon.ico. So I need to replace this in my theme also. So the path would be image favicon.ico in the resources folder. So here in my custom theme, Acme login resources folder, I've created the images folder, and here I'm replacing the favicon.ico. So in the child theme, the parent's favicon.ico would be replaced. So we have replaced the favicon, and here I want to change this Keycloak logo to my company logo. So how am I going to do that? So let's try to right click and open the image in new tab, and this is the image URL. The image is present in the Keycloak theme login theme type image Keycloak logo text.png. So we need to replace this Keycloak logo text.png with our image, and it can have the company logo and company name. So that's why in the Acme theme, in the login theme type, in the resources image folder, I've kept an image with the same name Keycloak logo text.png, and I've replaced it with my own image which contains the company name and the logo. So that's why if I change the theme from Keycloak to Acme and save, and I go here and reload this, I can see the background image is the plain white image. You can see right click and open image in new tab. This was the image which we have kept, a blank white image, and you can see the Acme open image in new tab. This was the Keycloak logo text.png which you have overwritten in our new theme, and you can even see the favicon is changed. Let's try to see how to change the colors first. As you guessed, we have used CSS to change the colors. So in my theme properties, I have told that I'm going to use a file called css/styles.css, and my custom theme styles, additional styles would be present in this file. So in my Acme login theme, in the resources folder, I'm going to create a CSS folder, and the file would be styles.css. Let's try to open this file. Now there are two ways to change the colors. One is a straightforward way, something like this. You can just inspect the element, right click, inspect the element. The ID of the button was KC login. So if you want to customize the color of that, you can use CSS, select the element by ID and change the color. We have did the same thing here, hashtag KC login, and you have given a background color because by default the background color was something like this. And by the way, they are using Patternfly. I will talk about that in a minute. But if you want to change the color to red, something like that, you could have just written background color as red and the button would be red color. Changing colors this way would be really hectic, and you need to change the color of each and every element. There is a very easy and efficient way to customize your Keycloak colors, and we want to talk about that now. Keycloak uses a CSS framework called Patternfly, where the theme is defined by variables. So if you go to the login screen and if you inspect the page, and here the button has a ID called KC login, and it also has a class called pfc button, pfm primary, etc, etc. And if I see the computer properties, let's try to see where the background color is. This is the background color. So I'm going to copy this variable, search it here, and this variable is actually addressing another variable which is pf global primary color 100. Let's try to see what this is actually. This is the Keycloak themes base color. So if I change this pf global primary color 100, which is being used in various parts of the theme, I don't need to change the color everywhere. So the same philosophy is used to customize the theme here. I use the same variable pf global primary color 100, and instead of the base theme uses this color by default, I'm going to use Patternfly global palette purple 600. So I've used Patternfly's palette, and this was the color which I used. So it's advisable to use Patternfly's colors so that you can have a harmonious color palette, or else you can even use your own colors, something like red, blue, green, whatever. So this way you can modify the Patternfly's variables to change the color of your Keycloak theme. So when your button is not hovered, it has one class, and when the button is hovered, it will have another class, and that's why the color is changing. So when the button is hovered, the variable assigned is pref global primary color 200, and I've given a darker version of purple to this color. So now I've changed the button's color and also changed the themed color. So in the login theme, if I select Acme and save, and if I just reload this, I have not only changed the color of the button, I have also changed the color of this heading, because the common variable is being used everywhere. So now you can understand, instead of specifically changing the color of each element, just go to the Patternfly themes variables and change the basic colors, so you can achieve easy color language and harmonious color scheme in your custom Keycloak theme. Alright, we have achieved the images, color scheme, and here I have changed the heading. So how did I do that? You can go to the HTML file, change it, but it's not advisable. To accommodate changes in the pages, Keycloak has used something called messages. So in messages, you can define the variable, and that variable will be used in the theme, and it will be replaced or overridden in the child themes. So to make you understand about messages, so in the Keycloak base theme, inside the login folder, there should be a folder called messages where you define all these variables of the page. But we don't have that because all the messages are defined in the base theme already. So let's go to the base theme, and here in the login theme type, you got something called messages, and here you got messages for all languages. Let's talk about English right now. So messages underscore en.properties, and here I've got sign in to your account. So this is the message which is being displayed in the login theme. So if I change this variable, the heading would be changed. So that's why in my login theme, I'm going to create a messages folder, and I'm going to create the same file which is messages underscore en.properties, and here I'm going to use the same variable which is login account title, and I'm going to override with let us go. So this way, by just changing the variables, you don't need to touch the HTML. You can change the appearance here. Let's try to overwrite another variable. Here you can see username or email. So I'm going to copy this whole thing, Control C, and here in my Acme messages end.properties, I'm going to create a new variable, and let's try to write something like enter username or email. Save this, and let's try to reload this. You got enter username or email. So this way you can even change the text of your Keycloak theme. Alright, in summary, by changing the images, by changing the CSS, and by changing the variables of the text in this HTML page, you can customize the look of your Keycloak login screen. The same way, we can even change the look of the admin theme and account theme. So let's try to customize the account theme. So I'm going to go to the account theme. So account theme would be here, key admin, manage account. And here, this is the look of the account theme where people will see their credentials, they can change their password, etc. etc. So let's try to customize this. So I want to change this image. Let's try to right click, open image in new tab, and this is the URL in the account Keycloak version 3 theme. There is a file called logo.svg. So the account UI is present in the Keycloak v3 theme, but in the default Keycloak themes jar file, there is no Keycloak v3. So where was that? Here in the same lib main folder, there is this Keycloak admin UI jar file. Let's try to open this, and here you got the theme, Keycloak v3 account theme, and this is the base theme which you are going to extend. So here in my Acme account theme tab, create the theme.properties file, and here I'm going to override the keycloak.v3, and the same thing, the import would be the same, common Keycloak, and here the styles would be styles.css. Let's try to see the Keycloak v3 theme properties file. Here they did not give any styles file, so I didn't need to mention any parent style file because there is no parent style file. So I just created a file called styles.css, and I'm using it here. Alright, you can see the logo.svg is directly present in the resources folder. There is no img folder, so this svg file should be present directly in the resources folder. So inside the Acme account theme type, in the resources folder, I have created logo.svg. In fact, I've used a PNG file and named it as SVG. It also works. And in the same way, let's try to view page source, and in the head there is this link relation equal to icon, and we got favicon.svg. It's present in the account theme resources folder, no img folder, so you need favicon.svg. So what I did was I've taken the favicon.ico and renamed it as favicon.svg and placed it here, and it works. There is no need to use svg file itself. You can use png ico files also, but just write it favicon.svg here. And let's try to change the color scheme the same way we did in the login screen. So I've used styles equal to css styles.css. So in my Keycloak Acme theme, I need to create a css folder in my resources folder, and I need to create a styles.css file. And here I change the css by changing the variables. I change the primary color's hover color, and the active color, the background color, and the hovered background color. You can see for 3 variables I've used the Patternfly's variables, and for 2 variables I've used my own colors. So this way you don't need to use only Patternfly's colors, but use Patternfly's colors to the extent possible. So that's it. We are ready to use the new account theme. So go to the security admin console again, and inside the realm settings themes, go to account theme, change it to Acme, save it, and let's try to go to our account screen again. And here you can see the background color's hover color, the main color, and the logo, the favicon, everything is changed. So very easily we have changed the look of our Keycloak account screen. Again, let's go to the security admin console. Now let's try to change the admin theme. So the same way, this is the admin theme where we manage the Keycloak's administration. Let's try to change the Keycloak logo here, the favicon, the colors, and we should be good to go. So let's try to see what is the image. Right click, open image in new tab, and here the path is admin Keycloak v2 logo.svg. So let's try to go to the Keycloak themes jar file and go to the theme Keycloak v2 because it's using Keycloak v2, but here I'm not seeing any admin theme because in the Keycloak installation the admin theme is present in a separate jar file. So search for Keycloak admin, something like that. You got Keycloak admin UI. Let's go here, and here in the theme you got Keycloak v2 and there is the admin theme type. So inside the admin theme type you got the theme.properties. Let's try to see how it is. It's just using a base theme. So in our Acme, let's try to create a folder called admin, and let's try to define the theme by creating theme.properties file. And here I'm going to say the parent is Keycloak v2, and I'm going to import the common assets, and I'm going to use the styles. I'm going to create a file called styles.css, and I'm going to use the styles here to customize the colors, etc. So the logo here is in admin logo.svg. So no img folder, just go to the resources and create a file called logo.svg. So in the resources folder, I've created logo.svg. The same way, let's try to inspect this page or view page source, and here link icon favicon.svg. It's not present in the img folder, it's directly present in the resources folder. So let's go to the resources folder and create a file called logo.svg and favicon.svg. So this way we have changed the logo and the favicon, and now we need to just change the colors. So we have used styles.css in the css folder. So inside the Acme admin resources folder, create a folder called css and create a file called styles.css, and I've changed the styles by changing the Patternfly variables. I've changed the primary color, the hovered primary color, the active color, the background color, and the background dark color. I've basically used the same colors as my account screen because I want to see some harmony in the themes, and that's it. I've changed the CSS also. So now let's go to the themes and select the admin theme as Acme and save. And now let's try to reload the screen, and you're able to change the logo, favicon, and the color scheme. You can even see the primary color, the hovered primary color, everything is being changed just by changing the CSS variables. So with less headache and less changes, you can show a professional change in colors by using the Patternfly variables. And this is where the Patternfly framework of the Keycloak theme shines. So that's it, guys. This is how you can create Keycloak themes to customize the look of Keycloak. So let's try to recap everything real fast. If you want to create a theme, create a folder of the theme name. I've created Acme theme. The folder name is Acme, and create theme types. In this example, I've created 3 theme types: login theme type, admin theme type, and account theme type. And in each theme type, you have to create something called theme.properties, which will define the theme. So here in the theme.properties file, you will define the parent, which is going to be the existing Keycloak theme, and this will be the common imports. And if you want to do some styling, give the styles and inspect the parent theme and override the resources as per your requirement, and you can even override the messages which will change the text in the pages. And that's it. This is how simple it is to customize the Keycloak appearance using Keycloak themes. You can see I've created a blog post on customizing Keycloak appearance with themes. I will leave the link of this blog post in the description. The whole content of this video would be present in this blog post. So please be sure to check out the link of this blog post in the description. I've also given you the links to the official documentation on Keycloak themes. It's a very good place where you can do further reading about how to customize Keycloak theme and do in-depth reading about customizing Keycloak themes. Please ask questions or post your valuable feedback in the comment section. Hope you like this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Peace.